Grandma's Boy star Alan Covert is here to explain that apparently marijuana and video games are a pleasant combo. Who knew? Plus, Brenda Moran digs deep and climbs high to bring us the biggest and smallest tech toys from CES. And if it's Tuesday, well, that means we need to put FilmThreat.com's Chris Gore to work, showing off this week's best DVDs. Now, please take your seats, everyone. It's time for Attack of the Show!
Pick up on this.
Woo! Yeah, we're getting psyched. It's Attack of the Show, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin Pereira.
Will O'Neill.
We have a guest on our show today that does things with cards.
Yes.
You would not believe.
It's pretty amazing.
I can handle the 52 pickup. Yes. I can even do the shuffle with the bridge. I don't want to brag, but seriously.
And I hear you make a great house of cards as well.
I can build a fantastic house of cards.
A castle, if you will.
But I was nicked in rehearsal by this gentleman. I'm not going to spoil what's going to happen, but I'm telling you, phenomenal stuff. You have to stay tuned.
Good times.
That's bigger things going on today, of course, for most of you out there, and that's Macworld.
Macworld. It's a big deal.
Big deal.
Especially for all those Steve Jobs fans out there.
And I hear there's 2 or 3 of them, believe it or not.
2 or 3, yeah.
They post on the internets.
The guy's popular.
Yeah. But we're not going to talk about it, because we're going to hand this over to a professional. We're amateurs in the realm of all things Mac.
Yes.
So here with your hot news injection is the lovely Sarah Lane.
That's right. Apple's Macworld conference kicked off earlier today in San Francisco with CEO Steve Jobs unveiling several new products and features, including the first Intel-based iMac, which will cost the same as the old iMac, but will be 2 to 3 times faster. But the showstopper was definitely the MacBook Pro laptop, which Jobs describes as, quote, a screamer, which is not to be confused with Jobs himself, who in high school was described as a bleeder. Now, the Google Video Store is officially launched. The paid service will exist alongside the free content and will offer episodes of classic shows such as I Love Lucy, The Brady Bunch, and MacGyver, as well as movies, music, videos, and some NBA games. Now, pricing varies depending on the content. Some college football players boost their draft ratings with stellar performances in bowl games. Others are Marcus Vick. The former Virginia Tech quarterback and brother of Atlanta Falcons star Michael Vick was arrested for allegedly waving a gun in a McDonald's. Now, this follows his recent dismissal from Virginia Tech for what they're calling recurring transgressions on and off the field. Speaking of erratic behavior, a University of Buffalo research team has determined that 15% of the U.S. workforce shows up to their jobs drunk. The other 85% call in sick because they're too hungover to get out of bed. President Bush has just signed a bill into law that will make annoying somebody anonymously over the internet a jailable crime. The bill states, whoever utilizes any device or software that can be used to originate telecommunications or other types of communications that are transmitted in whole or in part by the internet without disclosing his identity and with intent to annoy, abuse, threaten, or harass any person who receives the communications shall be fined under Title 18 or imprisoned not more than 2 years or both. Now, the following forums are officially on a watch list. Hope you caught that. Now, the confirmation hearings for Supreme Court nominee Samuel Alito have begun today in Washington. We mention this only to say, pay attention, America! This guy is going to be in charge of, really major decisions that will, yes, affect even your life. It doesn't matter if you think he's qualified or if you think he's possibly fascist who will simply help push the right-wing agenda. Doesn't matter. Pay attention. This is what's important. That said, Hillary Swank and Chad Lowe totally broke up. Oh, my God. Can you believe it? If they can't make it work, who can? That's all we got on the feed.
So amidst all the Macworld hoopla, Sarah mentioned it briefly there.
Yep.
Google Video launched their pay for download service.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Will?
$2 for a video? That sounds like a great deal.
Where have we seen that before, right?
I have no idea. It's revolutionary.
But they're offering, entire hour-and-a-half movies and some obscure titles. There's some independent films.
Yeah.
There's some I Love Lucy and some Brady Bunch and some random stuff.
Ooh.
MacGyver, dude. It's all about MacGyver.
Titillating.
No, but I think Sarah's reaction, I mean, is that your genuine reaction to the Google video? Because I think that's how most of the internet feels right now. It's like, great, Google's into it, but yeah, it's
I mean,
Brady
you're
Bunch.
not going to impress me with Brady Bunch.
Right. What?
Sorry. Sorry, Will.
It's a story about a lovely lady.
Yes.
I mean, she was
It's a
busy.
story.
Yeah, don't,
Yeah.
because
Okay.
we can't, and we'll
All
get
right.
sued.
All right, yeah.
All right, it's Google video. There you have it.
Yeah.
Today, we want to take your questions textually. So ask us something through our web form at attackoftheshow.com/ask us.
You can always chat with us in our IRC chat room, too. Go to chat.g4tv.com.
Yes.
That's right.
And we've got more from CES coming up after the break. Plus, is Grandma's Boy the next great stoner comedy? Well, we'll find out.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We at Apple are truly excited to bring you the best in computing and digital entertainment once again. Oh, and one more thing. Bill Gates runs like a girl. What is that? Is that any way for a CEO to enter a conference? Apple says no. Which is why we are offering that video of Bill Gates prancing around as a free download on iTunes. It will also come preloaded on every new video iPod in 2006. We're very excited about that. Oh, and one more thing. You, Google Video. Oh, you're going to start selling downloads of television shows for $1.99? Wonder where you got that idea from, Google. You're going to be swiping my operating system like Mr. Dancy Pants? Actually, let's see that video again. Oh, yes. Run, Bill, run. Flail those arms in slow motion. Oh, I will never get tired of seeing that. Oh, yes. I'll say it once more, Google Video. You are on my list. That's right. Yes, I have a list. You're on it. Yes, you are.
New movie Grandma's Boy is about men who play video games, smoke weed, and make out with elderly women. And you wonder why we thought it'd be perfect for you guys at home? Yeah, exactly. Here to defend his antics is star Alan Covert. Alan, welcome to the show.
Thank you. There's no defense for anything I do.
I'm sure there is somewhere.
I'm sure someone could find it. I have no defense at all.
Well, then I won't put you on the D. I do have to ask, though. I mean, people are saying this is the Fast Times of Ridgemont High for our generation. This is the next Dazed and Confused. This is the quintessential for the kids at home with the tobacco or water pipes.
Yeah, exactly.
Perhaps. Is this the movie for them? Is that fair to say?
I would say that they would enjoy it. I would say that they would like this movie. There's a lot in there that they like to do that is all over the movie.
They might recognize some of the
they might
hobbies.
A few minutes. They might go, hey, that reminds me of myself a little.
That reminds me of 3 minutes before I actually entered this movie theater in the car. Actually, yeah. Were they in mind when you were making this film? Or?
Oh yeah, completely. I mean, my friends and I, we were all influenced growing up by those movies you were talking about.
Right.
Up in Smoke, Fast Times, Porky's, Animal House. Any John Hughes movie,
Sure.
16 Candles, Caddyshack, all those. So this was kind of like us saying, well, we love those. Let's, jump in the ring and try to make something crazy like that.
So for those who haven't seen, we got to get it out of the way. What's the movie about?
I play the world's oldest video game tester. This is through choice. I'm very happy. I just want to wake up and play games all day. So I've got my life worked out. And then in the opening scene, I get evicted because my roommate, who's Jonathan Lochran, the cross-eyed guy from The Waterboy,
Right.
He's been...
Thank you for defining him as such, by the way.
Yeah,
because it's on his business cards.
It
actually,
is.
right?
He's the cross-eyed guy, and everyone makes him do that laugh. Everywhere we go, kids are like, do the laugh. He's like, But we get evicted because he's been spending all our rent money on hookers.
Right. A very particular kind of hookers, too, right?
Well, he goes to Madame Wu's palace, and, it's very happy endings there, apparently. And so I have to go find a place to live, and the only place I can find is... as you saw, I try to live with Jeff, played by Nick Swartzen, but a little incident happens. His mom walks in on a little party I'm having by myself. And Yeah.
Party of one.
Little private party late
It
at night.
happens. Now, when I think about movies, like let's say like Keanu getting ready for The Matrix. You know, the guy had to learn how to ride motorcycles and sword fight and kung fu and tai chi and 1,001 other things. You know, movie stars get ripped, they get in shape. Did you coat yourself in Clearasil and then hang out in EB Games for an hour, or just practice abstinence for a few months?
Yeah,
or?
I didn't have sex for 6 months.
Congrats.
No, I just played. I've been to a. We made a game. We made a Game Boy game for little Nicky, so I'd actually been to a tester's room, and it was just always something. I was like, wow, that's a job. That's the besides the job I have, that's the second greatest job.
Mom said they'd never get anywhere with these games.
Exactly.
They
just play games all day, so I just thought it would be cool. But yeah, no, we play a lot of games.
Yeah, no, you're legit, right? You actually play these things.
Yeah, I'm not good, but I play. Like all my friends, they're all first-person shooters. They're always playing Team Halo and I'm terrible. I shoot the ground like 5 feet in front of my feet all the time. So I'm more into I like snowboarding. I was playing SSX Tour earlier today.
Do you have a custom character? Did you make your own?
Yeah, Covert. I'm
Nice.
real original.
Nice.
Covert is my character.
Afro, big glasses?
No, I went with he's bald, but he has the disguise. So he's got it's like bushy eyebrows and a fake mustache, and he just looks stupid. So I figured that was cool.
I'm contractually obligated to get back to the movie. And I want to because this is a Happy Madison production.
Yeah, it is.
With sans Adam Sandler. I'm told.
Well, please.
Is that allowed? Is that possible?
Well,
isn't that a flag on the play?
No, he helped us get the money to get it made, and also he might as well have a screenwriting credit for all the. He's the one who told us to put Dance Dance Revolution in the movie, which I will forever thank him for. He saw some kids at Jerry's Deli or something doing Dance Dance Revolution, thought it was the greatest thing he'd ever seen in his life. He's like, you got to have these kids in the movie. They do this thing. It's great. But yeah, so his input's all over the movie. I just figured I wouldn't bother him for any more.
Yeah, he doesn't need a role.
It's like, you've done enough.
Listen, I'll take care of the acting chops. Why don't you sit this one out?
I said, throw me Spade, Schneider, and Kevin Nealon, and we'll call it even.
You also got Doris Roberts and Shirley Jones in there, so quite a few big names in this
I don't know how I got any of them in the movie.
Did you beg and plead, or
I don't know. They
just offer them some of the prop tobacco?
Yeah, I said, look, seriously, it's real. And they believed me.
How was it working with them? Were they hip to the video games and to the kind of culture that you were portraying in this game?
They didn't know as much about the video games, but we explained. We showed them a little. I think we gave them all PSPs, and they immediately gave them to their grandkids. So the grandkids were happy, but they got it. They got the comedy, which I was happy about.
Well, good. And I'm told that you brought a clip, perhaps, of you even explaining some games.
Yeah. And even though I am just a tester, I actually, in my spare time, have been designing a game in the movie, not in real life.
Not in real life, no.
No, that would be a really bad game. But so I've been designing a game, and in the clip we have, I showed Doris how to play.
All right, well, let's check it out. This is a clip from Grandma's Boy. These are always good. Alan, thanks for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. Nice Jinx shirt, by the way.
Thank you.
In the clip there. For more info on Alan and Grandma's Boy, visit our show notes. And, of course, Grandma's Boy is in theaters now, so go see it, folks. But stick around, because we still have It Came From eBay to look forward to. Plus, CES is over, but we're still rolling in the cool new crap we found there. You should be too, so stay tuned.
I came back from CES in Las Vegas with a hangover and a new appreciation for what it must feel like to be a woman. Now, Brendan, however, measured his hands against the biggest and smallest gadgets on the show floor. This is AOTS at CES, presented by Acura.
Back in Las Vegas at CES, where I'm searching for the coolest big thing I can find and the coolest small thing.
Wow. These drivers are designed for the elite of our society, people who cares about performance and quality, and money is no object.
Things are getting much smaller, so why would somebody need something like this?
This gives you wider bandwidth, faster response, and more linear response.
Sold.
I got cell boost for cell phones here. We launched it about 2 years ago, and what it is a disposable battery charger for your cell phone. We have cell boost for your iPod, cell boost for PSP, cell boost for Game Boy, camcorders, you name it, we've got it. The smallest cell boost that we have is a cell boost for the Motorola Razr phones. This is the most sleek, chic product that we've got.
Behold, the world's largest full HD plasma. At least that's what the sign says. This is an enormous TV.
It is.
How big is it?
It's 103 inch, and it is the world's largest plasma television.
Couldn't you make like a 1003-inch TV?
It's a lot having to do with getting a full HD resolution, so the 1080p. So you have to be careful with distortion. Every inch after 100 inches becomes more and more difficult because of the stretching, but Panasonic was able to actually do the 103 inch.
I think I have found the winner of the bestest, coolest, smallest gadget here at CES. It's the Motorola Bluetooth headset. And I'm wearing one right now.
So this is the Motorola's H5 Mini Blue. It's our newest and smallest, lightest headset in the portfolio. It's unique not only because of its design, but also because it actually works by fitting into the ear. Plus, it actually picks up the vibrations in your ear canal, and that's what generates the voice.
And that's not dangerous in any way?
Absolutely not. You can be dangerous, the headset isn't.
Well, I think we've all learned something important today. Bluetooth headsets are getting smaller, and there's no limit to plasma TVs. Keep reaching for the stars, guys. See you later.
Now that kid just can't resist sliding down railings. Anyway, let's take a look under the hood of some of the gear that he just showed us. Okay, now, if you want huge, there's the Earthquake Sound Titan package. The towers alone weigh 360 pounds, and the center channel, it's 132 pounds. Now, it's 16 layers of steam-bent cherry wood. That thing's pretty big, and it costs $25,000, but it's available now. Small but popular. Everyone at AOTS fell in love with the Cell Boost. Now, these little chargers give you 60 minutes of talk time, 60 hours of standby time, and they're disposable, so they don't recharge, but, you know, it's only $6, and they're available now. Now, possibly the king of huge, there's Panasonic's 103-inch plasma display panel. This is the biggest plasma prototype ever made. We're talking 1920 by 1080 in resolution, 1080p, HD, high-speed pixels. It's everything that you could possibly want. Availability, though, is unknown, as is the price. Now, be sure to tune in tomorrow for John Walsh's report on the weirdest things that he found at CES. Now, weird by John's standards, I'm going to have to call in sick tomorrow. Now, if it's illegal to possess in most states, odds are it came from eBay.
Please, someone make it You're the Man Now dog out of that.
I am excited it came from eBay's back.
It's been a little while, hasn't it?
It has.
Well,
I just made a cheer. Want to do it?
You were a cheerleader, right?
Yeah.
All right, can we get to the auctions?
Yes.
Great, thanks, sweetheart. I'm an animal lover. I gotta admit, I love. Okay, stop it, sugar, before I smack your head off. Okay. I love the animals. I love cute, soft, fuzzy, cuddly little things. But I don't like the whole breathing and moving around and being an annoyance. That's why there's a mummified cat for sale on eBay.
Ah, Kevin.
What? It's the size of a ruler. It'll fit your pocket. 7 bids, $82. It was found under a house.
You just had to come out with a bang in the new year, didn't you?
Of course I did.
You just had to.
With a bang. It's a genuine mummified cat. It says so. It's in red text on the auction.
Genuine?
There you go.
Isn't that a rapper?
I think it is.
Genuine.
Is it?
I don't know.
Moving on. There are many tools and utensils, if you will, for eating foods. You're aware of this.
Oh,
there's a knife. Oh. There's a spoon. What would you use a spoon for?
Soup.
Soup is a good
ice
thing.
Cream.
Ice cream's great as well. How about a fork, Sarah? Let's keep going with this little game here. This is fun.
What would I use a fork for?
Yeah, what would you use a fork for?
To eat my meat.
What about a rare Fiji cannibal fork? Huh?
Oh my!
Apparently, cannibals have their own utensils too.
So the left side is actually those with the fork tongs.
Well, I don't know if we can go back to the image, but I think on the left, on the right, you probably bludgeon your victim to death here. I'm assuming, and then this is what you use to scoop out entrails.
It seems so much more like an envelope opener. Oh whoa!
It could also function as that. They do get a lot of express mail.
It's very pretty. The other side, I don't know. Other things come to mind as to what that could be.
30 bids. $4,050 is what the cannibal fork went for.
Well, it is ancient and Fijian, is that right?
It is.
So,
it is.
You know,
and it was used to eat humans.
JCPenney. I wish I could eat humans just once.
I called Real Doll to see if this was available on any of their 06 models, because I know they're coming out with some new ones. Apparently it's not, so you might have to buy this off of eBay and then kind of solder it on separately. It's a life-size Lincoln head. It's, I mean...
Like Abe...
No, yeah, right? Isn't that great?
You know, can we bring back the Abe beard? Can we just bring that back?
Casey will rock that.
Kevin,
Office Jesus will
can you
wear it.
please do the... Yeah, Casey actually
If I had enough
does rock it
testosterone
really
to actually grow facial hair, I'd do it for you, Sarah, but it just doesn't exist.
Well,
We
maybe
could
I'll try.
We could spread some chia seeds.
I've got
and-
some testosterone.
You got a little bit roaming around in you. Yeah. So there you go. No bids as of yet. $500 is a starting bid. Get on it. And finally...
Love the Abe.
Because it wouldn't be an eBay segment without some crap food item that looks like something religious.
Sure wouldn't, Kevin.
We got a potato that looks like Virgin Mary holding...
It actually looks more like a piece of...
it looks like Mary holding baby Jesus.
Okay.
That's what the auction says. 1 cent. Thank the dear Lord himself
hot and steamy.
that there's no bids. You're right. Kind of like this segment. There you have it. Always expect the unexpected when it came
on eBay.
There's already an echo on it, Sarah.
I'm trying to... You
Just
know what? I'm
don't-
trying to boost...
We pay. It's a union thing.
trying
He
to
does
boost
the audio.
some energy. Sorry.
Up next, Rick Smith Jr. could sever your head with a flick of his awesome playing cards. Do not tempt his wrath.
I won't.
Plus, Chris Gore gets a running start on DV Tuesday with The Flash. Stay tuned, folks.
You're watching G4, America's #1 podcasting cable network.
Welcome back to Attack of the Show. You didn't think we'd let you off that easy, did you? No, lots more show to come. In fact, coming up, we're going to stick it to the man with Mark Echo's Getting Up Contents Under Pressure. And there's a good chance that card thrower Rick Smith Jr. will spill blood on our stage. You heard it here. And remember that on this week's Live Music Thursday presented by Dentine Fire, we're going to have the band Ever We Fall here in studio. Now, it's time now for the compound word your parents don't want you to know about. DV Tuesday. Chris Gore's back. Welcome to
I'm back.
2006.
Yes.
So good to have you, man.
Thank you, thank you.
All right, so let's get right into this.
Yes.
The Flash, the complete series.
Okay, so this is a box set of the Flash series from 1990.
Okay.
Of course, it's John Wesley Shipp, of course, plays the Flash, which is one of those, I don't know, I was not a big fan of the comic book. You know, if Blair was here, we'd get into a whole nerd discussion about it, which might be kind of hot, actually. But
but it's me, so.
Yes, yeah. Well, no.
We're not going to get too hot.
Well, it'd be a nerdy, well, we couldn't
Maybe in the
sit there and
commercial break.
talk about comic books.
But
Yeah,
just
during the commercial
for
break.
the
I'm up
kids,
for that.
let's just keep it.
Yeah, but you know, this series kind of came and went. It actually lasted like just a little over a season. But one of the best parts about it is any episode starring Mark Hamill as the Trickster. He's this character that he's sort of the Flash's Joker, and he comes on and just what's kind of weird about him is that not only is he a serial killer because he actually kills cops, he tries to kill kids.
I feel like that's upsetting. Mark Hamill is a serial
It is
killer.
upsetting, but what's funny
hard
is
for
you'll
me to
notice
deal.
in his spandex outfit, his groin is just a bit too prominent. I mean, you can see Hamill's lightsaber kind of peeping out.
Mark Hamill just isn't the biggest, broadest shoulders
No,
guy, you know?
no. But the groin,
We're on to you, Mark.
the groin just a little too much on the groin
maybe
there.
he's
So
just really enjoying himself.
yeah. Well, look, I suffered through. When I say suffered, look, some of the episodes are a lot of fun. Some of the episodes, it's a lot of fun. But the thing is, there's not a lot on this. There's no commentary. There are no extras to speak of unless you think menu selection and language selection
So it
is an extra.
sounds like you like the series, but you're not crazy about the DVD. What's our bottom line here?
It's a rent. It's a rent. Really, you know, they needed to add something to it to make it worth buying. Is it worth seeing? Definitely.
Absolutely.
a
For
rent,
costumes alone.
Yeah.
And
Big muscle costume.
bulges, perhaps. Okay, moving on now to Transporter 2.
That's right.
Transporter was a very successful DVD.
Yeah. A lot of fun.
How's this one?
This one, it's the same stuff. There's actually, I think they actually put in less plot and more action, which I think works. Jason Statham is he's awesome as Frank Martin, you know, going around just kicking butt. Everything is just an excuse to beat the crap out of someone in completely illogical ways, like getting in fights with like fire hoses and whatnot. And the action is on the level of a video game.
Right.
You know, because
it
it's
is
just
very video game-esque, isn't it?
completely illogical.
Yes.
And then,
but he's the transporter, you know, he's
right,
like even cooler than James Bond at this
Yeah,
point.
this fight with the fire hose is absolutely hilarious. It's right out of something that Jackie Chan would do. And the other thing that's notable about this is this character Lola. The name of the model escapes me, but she's super hot. You see her there. They get in this shootout that is, words
Is it
don't
erotic?
describe. It's an erotic shootout.
You can say so.
I can say it's an
There is
erotic
something very erotic
shootout.
about guns and projectile.
And women with guns.
Let's just stop right now.
Yeah.
So what is this? Buy, rent, pass?
There's, you know what? There's a lot of interesting extras on it. Not the greatest film. You know, it's a rent. It's definitely worth seeing.
It's a good, solid rent.
Yeah, not going to be in my collection.
All right, so Chris, we're going to do a little something special today because, you know, we just wrapped up a good year for movies.
Yes, we did.
But you, being a movie reviewer and a DVD reviewer as well, you've got your top picks of 2005 that
Yes.
you're going to share with everybody at home today. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely. I'll take some of them out here.
Goody,
Here we
goody,
got
goody, because
at,
I need some new DVDs.
At number 5, we have The Devil's Rejects, Rob Zombie. This disc, double disc, tons of stuff on it that's amazing. A definite one to pick up.
Anybody from White Zombie is okay in my book.
A lot of fun. Evil Dead 2, this is the Book of the Dead edition where there's all kinds of secret messages. This one is also a must-get for
And
05.
a very cool case.
Yep. The Gladiator Extended Edition. This thing's amazing because it has the original theatrical version and the extended edition. It has a text commentary on it, audio commentary, awesome disc also.
Gotta love the crow.
The King Kong Tin 1933 edition, which contains the additional documentary about the Lost Spider sequence.
And you, I mean, I remember you talking about how good
Raving
this DVD
about it.
was.
Oh, this is one of the best DVDs of the year, and here it is on my in my top 5. At number 1, best DVD of 05 is the Sin City box set double disc edition. I mean, this thing is just packed.
Good movie, but even more extra special features.
Yeah, they really cared. Just amazing original extras on it. You know, they added footage and recut them into shorts. Great stuff. Number 1 DVD of 05.
All right, well, everybody, you've got Chris's top 5 of 05, plus a couple new ones. Thank you so much. This has been a really jam-packed DVD Tuesday.
Definitely, definitely.
All right, see you next week. Same time,
I will
same
see
place.
you next week.
Sounds good. Visit filmthreat.com and chrisgore.com for lots more gore and blood and guts. Actually, just more gore. This one, Chris Gore. When we come back, we'll call the cops on Mark Echo's Getting Up contents under pressure. And magician Rick Smith Jr. adds an element of physical danger to playing cards. You know, it's really about time. Coming up, oh so soon. Mark your calendars, my friends. The first AOTS LAN party of 2006 is this week, and we're playing Call of Duty 2. Yep, we're starting off 2006 right by going straight back to 1944. So call us nostalgic, call us poignant, call us suckers for a really good World War II first-person shooter. I don't care, just make sure you're there. To register, go to our website and click on Join Our LAN Party for all the right links. And we'll see you Thursday for the LAN Party, man. Now, Rick Smith Jr. is a magician whose work goes a bit beyond what you might remember from, you know, your birthday party in 6th grade. He can actually throw a playing card over 200 feet at 90 miles per hour. What? And currently holds a spot in the Guinness Book of World Records for his work. Rick, welcome to the show.
Thanks. How are you?
Okay. Well, I don't know how I am. 200 yards at 90 miles per hour.
72 yards.
200 feet.
216.
200 feet.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to, you know.
That's all right. That's
a
okay.
little bit. So how did you figure out you had this very bizarre talent?
Playing baseball at school.
Playing baseball. Okay, so like, were you a pitcher?
I was a pitcher, Cleveland State, and we had sock wars in the locker room. One day I got hit with a sock, picked up the card, and tossed it and hit the kid, and then we found out there was a world record.
And people were like, oh my gosh, Rick, I think you should try to like win some medals here. So, I mean, I can imagine that there's a lot of baseball pitchers out there, but they probably don't all have this skill. What is the skill? I mean, do you have something in your arm that other people don't have?
I don't think so. Take a card and you want to try? Throw one?
Okay. I'm left-handed, so I'll do it with my left hand.
That's all right. Just take the card and throw it like a curveball. Just.
Oh, well, I don't know how to throw it like.
Well, just throw it nice overhand. Nice.
I just threw an entire bracelet and it shattered over the set. That was awesome. Okay, so I don't really think I've got the skill. That was great. Okay. Let me try again.
Okay. Nice and easy. Look, nice and easy throw, just like that.
Oh, whoa, well, that was pretty good. Okay, ready?
It's all right.
I feel like you're screwing with me, man. All right, so you came to the show a little bit early, and we actually shot some video of you doing what you do best outside. I think we can show a little video of this. You were actually shooting cards over a street with moving cars. Is that right?
That was about 60 yards right there.
Wow. Okay, so this is Olympic Boulevard. Just for you folks at home, this is actually right outside our studios. It's a pretty big street. There's like 2 lanes on either side, and you're just chucking cards from one side of the street.
That was
and
hard.
It's hitting the lawn over on the other side of the street, over about 4 lanes of traffic. traffic?
Yeah, it was hard too because you know the wind flow with the the traffic.
Are you going to tell me now you're going against the wind here?
Yeah, I was going against the wind. Otherwise, it would have went further than 60 yards.
You're amazing. So what you hold a Guinness World Record, right?
The Guinness Book World Record.
And what is the world record?
72 yards, 216 feet 4 inches.
72 yards. That is crazy. Well, I mean, this really just calls for some in-studio tests.
Let's do it.
Now, what we've got is Kevin Pereira, who's man enough to help us out here. He's got a carrot, a very manly carrot. Kevin, why don't you hold up the carrot, kind of with your left hand, hold it out real.
I don't wanna.
Kevin, do it.
Do it.
All right.
I paid you $20. Now do it. Okay, now Rick is going to. I guess we're going to. He's
take a card.
You're going to sever the carrot. Am I right?
Ready? Here we go.
I'm going to stand out of the way.
I don't want to lose my iron.
All right.
Whatever. Is it hitting it?
I think I'm too afraid to look. Hold on, let's see it. Oh yeah, look at that.
Man, let's try one more time.
All right, let's try. Oh,
is it going or no?
It's going in it, and it's going right through it.
It's going through the carrot?
Yeah, it's going
no,
through.
Look.
Oh, man.
No, he literally sliced it in 4 spots.
It's been hit several times. My God. All right, so I guess at certain, is it actually going through the carrot and slicing it so much that it's not falling over?
Yeah, well, it's hard, I guess.
I mean, have you done a lot of practicing with carrots in the past? In rehearsal, just to Rick's credit, carrots were flying off left and right.
Yeah, as was my index finger. We had to switch to
eat the carrot.
We had to switch to a leather glove.
It's not snack time here.
Yeah.
All right, so should we move on now?
We could try something else to see if that
will work. All
work.
right, so let's. We've got a watermelon here. Earlier, I saw you actually get cards stuck in a watermelon. They were going in.
We're going to try this now. Let's see.
Watermelon on a pedestal. All right, I'm going to move out of the way again.
There it is.
Jeez. Rick, my God. A playing card, a card made of paper, is stuck in the watermelon. That is so cool. Now tell me, have you done, are melons one of your favorite props?
No, usually the carrot's the favorite prop. The watermelon's fine today.
Okay. All right. Now, Kevin, come on back out here, Kevin. I want you to be part of this. Rick, see, Kevin is now,
Can we do the carrot again?
You can hold it right after this.
Just get rid of the carrot. Just throw the carrot away. Throw the carrot away because we've got something much more important, your baby maker.
This is a bad idea.
So what we're going to do is we've got a bullseye. Rick, you know what to do.
I'm going to try.
Rick, aim like you've never aimed before.
And Kevin, try not to cry like a little girl.
We're going for accuracy on this one, buddy. Go! Sweet mother of pearl! Oh! Yeah! Oh, yeah, you nicked it a little bit.
Yeah! Right in the bullseye!
Oh, sorry, America, but I got nicked in the cabbage.
Wow. How do you feel, Kev? Did that hurt?
Woo! Yeah.
Did it knocked out of you a little bit?
That was good.
Yeah?
That was good. Was it good for you?
You look great with a bullseye right here with a card stuck.
Well, this is a Saturday night attire in WeHo.
Let's see that instant replay.
Oh,
you see that, folks? Whoa.
That's how I immediately went to grab the junk. I'm like, dude, all right. Put the bicycles down. Oh!
Gosh. Well, Rick, I don't know. I mean, I'm flabbergasted with envy of this a very important skill. See, now Kevin wants it. He's like, yeah, right in the backside. That sounds good. It's good. All right, so for more on Rick, visit his website at ricksmithjr.com. They're just going to keep going.
Yeah, keep going. Why not?
You want to keep going?
Whoa. Hold the carrot up again. Come on.
Where's the carrot? I threw the carrot away. Give me one more. Give me one more. Let's do it.
There's one in your pocket. There's a carrot in your pocket.
All right, good. Here we go.
Kevin, you're going to lose a nipple.
Top it
right off of it.
Oh, man.
You guys just keep going. I'm going to tell folks what's up next. Coming up after the break, we're using Marc Ecko's Getting Up Contents Under Pressure solely as intended by the manufacturer on it.
On the next attack of the show, conceptual art, just more of those damn fool kids and their graffiti. Meet ad tagger G Lee and decide for yourself. Plus, we're going to scope out the coolest new tech toys from CES. And if you have to get fragged, well, you might as well get fragged by American Pie Bandcamp's Crystal Lightning. That's what you're in for on the next Attack of the Show. Producer Marwan Abdurazak comes to us from the collective with a gift. The gift of Marc Ecko's Getting Up Contents Under Pressure. Marwan, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Kevin. Good to be here.
We have a live demo of the game going on right now in studio.
We do. Rudy, our lead level designer, is over there demoing the game. Essentially, really, the game is the urban experience of being a graph artist. In this case, you're Coltrane Crowley. Train, we call him in the game. And Train, basically, his job is to get in, get his name up, get his message up, and get out. And right now we have one of the more, really one of the more great landmarks in the game. Is this is a graph artist in a tunnel, navigating a train, getting from side to side, trying to avoid obstacles.
This is every day in the life of someone who lives the street culture, right?
Well, yeah, in some people's minds, yeah. And as you can see,
the getting up aspect. This isn't like a integration with the Pfizer Corporation. Essentially, this is a term that graffiti artists use for getting their name recognized and getting out there.
Exactly.
So is that the point of the game? Is it just to get your name everywhere you can, or is there another plot going on?
There is a plot actually. Mark Ecko, who's one of the creative directors and then also the writer of the game, came up with a plot. There's a story behind it, a message, and you discover that later on in the game. Early on, it starts off as Train's a little bit selfish, and all he cares about is just kind of putting his name up.
Sure.
But then it turns a little bit more political, and he has an actual message.
Oh, very nice.
And
So there's layers.
Yes, there are layers.
Graffiti
Absolutely.
Now, I'm told, I spoke with Mark about the game at E3, and his big thing was it's all about the hip-hop experience. It's about living that lifestyle, essentially. And I know you've done things in the game from giving the player an iPod to like a Nokia camera, etc. You've really kind of gone and branded each aspect with some sort of street lifestyle. And I'm wondering what was the intent behind this? Was it to say, hey, look, we went out, we talked to these artists, we know what they're using, we know the tools that they're doing and why? And
essentially to make it authentic, to make it real. Mark from the very beginning, from day one, he kept on saying, guys, keep it real.
Right.
Keep it real. Nothing fake, nothing phony. Let's keep it real. And really, from once you enter the game to like the kind of the last sequences of the game, it's a fictitious story, but it's what a graph artist could go through or would go through. And in this case, Train doesn't carry any magnificent weapons or anything like that.
Sure.
It's all real tools, what a graph artist would carry, for everything from markers to stencils to weed paste, things of that nature, and of course aerosol.
Sure, that's the main paintbrush for graffiti artists here.
Right.
So we're seeing some train tagging going on, and I don't see any like icons popping up on the screen. Like there's Jet Set Radio Future. There's the Warriors. There's other games that have tried graffiti. What was your take on this?
Basically, to keep it a balance between a video game and keeping it authentic. And Mark really didn't want this to be arcadey.
Right.
And so in order to do that,
no big flashing blue X's. Press this at this time.
Exactly.
Hit the triangle now. And
and there's some of that, and we do that to guide the player. But for the most part, it's about making sure when the player is in there that the actual graffiti piece acts as his buttons and acts the whether or not the player drips.
I love the drip system. Maybe you can speak to that for 1 second.
Sure.
It's like if you spend too much time in one section.
Exactly. If you're not spraying right, you're going to drip, and also there's a sketch layer that comes up. So there's really actually it's multidimensional. There's a lot of different things going on with the piece. Sketch layer comes up, tells you where to throw up, and you start tagging.
Sure.
If you stay in one place too long, you will drip, and you have to be careful. And you also have to be careful with the time, because each piece you have X amount of seconds or minutes to put up a piece. So that kind of adds to the urgency of the game.
Now, I know when I walk around, I don't live in the nicest area of Los Angeles, so I constantly see people getting up in my area.
Yeah.
And they wall run, they wall jump. They're very acrobatic. It's quite Prince of Persia going on down Venice Boulevard. And that's what I like about your game, is that it's not just about go up to the wall, press this button, and spray paint. There's multiple levels. There's the combat, and there's also the movements.
Absolutely. The navigation is I think one of the most intricate parts of the game. We had some really talented guys at the Collective who put together a magnificent navigation and graffiti system. The navigation system, you're using the environment to navigate. There's nothing spectacular going on, but what is great is being able to use the pipes, the poles, the ladders, the vines to navigate. It's basically the urban experience of how you would navigate the city of New Radius.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Well, good luck on the game. It's
Thanks a
coming out
lot.
very soon, right?
Yep. GettingUp.com.
Awesome.
All right.
Juan, thanks for
a lot,
coming
Kevin.
out. We appreciate it. Be
Thank
sure
you.
to keep an eye out for Mark Ecko's Getting Up Contents Under Pressure. It's in stores in February. And don't forget to check out GettingUp.com. Now, don't even think of doing something else. When we come back, we'll be reading some emails and laughing at your chat questions. Stay tuned.
Attack of the show, baby. Attack.
Just in case you wanted a little piece of Attack of the Show to maybe carry around in your back pocket, be sure to visit attackoftheshow.com or the iTunes podcast directory for all of our latest offerings.
And a reminder that starting this week, we're no longer live on Fridays. So when you tune in and you see a collection of our best bits from that week, you're not reliving Groundhog Day. No, you're just seeing our new weekly Best of edition, which is fun and really worth the good
stuff. All the good stuff.
But in all honesty, if Groundhog Day is on at the time of that Best of show, you should probably watch it. It's a fantastic movie.
I love it.
Bill
So
Murray
funny.
is hilarious.
I like the part when he steps in the puddle.
Right? It's like, ooh, better watch out for steps a doozy.
Separating the wheat from the chaff.
right.
IRC chat room, let's get to
All
it.
right, let's. First question comes from Disco Potato. Sarah, Disco Potato asked, do you find the word noob sexy? Disco Potato, I hate to break it to you, but I don't. I don't at all. Something about it really bugs me.
Sometimes I don't
maybe
mean
it's that
I do.
Leet spelling. Yeah. I don't know.
What's wrong with the noob?
Noob.
Is it the double zeros in the middle?
Yeah, well, you know, you would spell it N-0-0-B.
Yeah, that's the proper way. That's how someone who's leet like myself would spell it.
And that's why I gotta be
Educated.
honest with you. You know, my MySpace is Leet Lane, but I'm not so into the Leet speak when it really comes down to it.
You're really not. Do you even check your MySpace?
No.
You need to get on it.
Man.
Will's MySpace is pimping.
I don't need
Oh, yeah,
dates,
it's all
dude.
pimped out.
Yeah.
Blinging, flashing lights, all kinds
You've
of
got like 14 videos uploaded at the same time and 3D glitter text.
And it takes
Awesome.
about 10 minutes to load.
I love
Next question from North. How can I become a pimp like Mr. Will O'Neill?
there you
Will,
go. Go out.
This is quite the question.
Get yourself a couple hoes, put them on the strip, you know, get them to be willing to work for you and give you their money. It's that simple. I read about it on the interweb.
It's actually pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
And you should write an FAQ.
Maybe I'll be a pimp. I mean,
you should.
who says I can't be a pimp?
No one.
Is there any tips for procuring the hose?
Just be charming, Kevin. Just be yourself, baby.
Little
Your
smile and
money.
nod.
Tell them they're going to be stars.
I'll make you famous, baby.
That's what I was told. Sorry, go ahead. What else do you have?
It's okay.
It'll happen one of these
day you'll be a star.
years.
Kevin, what was the last thing you bought through eBay?
I don't shop on eBay. I know. Believe me, if I could buy one, I would. I don't shop on
You're breaking
eBay.
Bonehead's heart. I hope you know that.
It happens. I'm sorry. I'm an eBay
noob.
Good night, everyone. Thanks to our guests, Chris Gore, Alan Covert, Rick Smith Jr., and Marwan Abduraza.
See you guys.